Bretta.
Hey, what's going on, big dog?
It's good, man.
Happy Monday.
Always.
We live? We live?
Yeah, we live once again.
Once again, it's on.
Back in the building. You know, I'm not using my regular computer.
I can tell.
Do you know why?
No.
3 guesses why I'm not on my regular computer. What would be like reasons why?
Guess number one, you have teenage kids. They stole it from you to play a game.
You're half right.
Okay. They got homework instead of a game.
No, nothing to do with my kids.
Okay, your wife's doing homework.
Oh, you said doing homework.
That's what I said, yeah.
Oh, no. Then no. I thought you said something else. So no and no.
Okay.
Last guess as to why I'm not on my computer, my other computer.
You were robbed at gunpoint in Hartford.
It's half right.
Oh my God.
Half right.
Your car got broken into.
No. So what happened was, I usually bring my computer to work because the kids have like MP3 players, right?
Yeah.
And my computer's full of like clean music that I can just put on their MP3 player. So I brought my computer to work. I put it down in the staff office. And, I went on my way. I plan to use the computer later on in the day.
Okay.
Come back to the staff office. It's not there.
Yeah.
My computer. So I had a bag of things. My computer was in there.
Mm-hmm.
One of my phones was in there. Some Pokemon cards, some other stuff, but basically my computer and my phone was in this bag.
Your Pokemon cards.
Yeah, well, I work with kids, so anytime they do something good, I'll be like, here, take Charizard or take Pikachu.
Somebody.
Like that. So yeah, man, my thing's gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I had my supervisor look at the camera.
Okay.
And she said the only people that were in that room, okay, was me and the cleaning lady. And so there's no camera inside the room. Oh, hold on 1 second before this thing die on me. Mm-hmm. Damn it. How did I not plan for that? Okay. So there's no camera in.
Hang on, my wife's calling me. Hey, I got charged for it. I did. I'll try it again. I used Jim. Yep. I'm actually live with Dwayne right now. Say hello. I'm live with Dwayne right now. Yeah, I understand. That's why I'm talking to you. He just logged off. You have the same Uber Eats order that I have, I thought, or account. I'm sending you something else. And Dwayne's not here. And the wife, I think, confirmed Uber Eats. Dwayne's coming back. Let's talk about this guy. 7 baby mamas. So the guy says, I want to play the video. I'm going to have Dwayne play it when he comes back. But he says he's got 7 baby moms, calls them jump offs. and that they knew what time it was before he had sex with them, and that women need to be more selective. He even said this. You need to be more selective with the people that you sleep with. That's pretty interesting comment for a guy to say that. First of all, who are the women that this guy's sleeping with? Like, are they not seeing that this guy's a little bit of a snake? Little bit of a shiesty guy. If he calls him a jump off and he's still able to get in their beds, that's it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to say the least. So I was definitely wanted to hear Dwayne's opinion on it. I think this guy's a bit of a scumbag, bit of a user and abuser. You don't have the ability to just. Obviously, it takes two to make a baby, and I do agree with this guy when he says you need to be selective of who you sleep with. But you don't have the ability, especially if you're not in a relationship. Like, well, let me say that differently. Because even if you're in a relationship with someone, you don't necessarily have like the ability to like have agency over them or their body. But certainly, you would have, the relationship to like come to an agreement on things, and have agreements and have things that you're going for. So, but to even have somebody who's you're not in a relationship with, and be like, I told these people and not to have this kid is just pretty bad. And then Derek Carr, he liked football, signed with the Saints. I'm a big Raider fan. Happy for Derek Carr. I was not sad to see him go. I thought 9 years with the Raiders, I think, was a long time. 2 playoff appearances, 1 playoff game. Wasn't really happy with the ending of the game, the Cincinnati game. Had a chance to win. You got to throw the ball into the end zone. Threw a kind of short, the ball was picked. So I do think he'll have success with the Saints. I do think, though, 2 things can be true. I think he'll have good success with the Saints. I also think that, it was a good time to also have a breakup. So I was happy to see that. Happy for Derek Carr. Wish him luck with the Saints. Here's Dwayne. Actually, the Raiders play the Saints, I believe, in 2024. I took my family to New Orleans last, October. Got to see the Raiders get shut out 0-24, so that wasn't very fun. Will I go back in 2024? Maybe. New Orleans was a good time. It was a vibe. So, the game was sort of like the cherry on top of like eating the food and seeing the city and stuff like that. So you are back. You're on your computer. That was not.
I am back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird because I thought when my computer died that the whole show was off and that you went back to ordering Chinese.
No, I was here babbling like an idiot to the audience.
Okay. Doing what you do best.
But yeah, basically.
What you talking about, NFL?
I talked about Derek Carr to the Saints. We talked a little bit about definitely when I can hear you.
I knew it. I said I knew it.
What did you know?
How do you feel about that?
What did you know? Derek Carr to the Saints?
That you were going to bring that up. I knew that you were going to bring that up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, of course. Why wouldn't I? It's big news. It's big NFL news. The NFL.
You're free.
The NFL right now is bigger than all sports. Even when the season is out, the hot stove, even the combine, gets better ratings than baseball spring training, than NBA regular season. NFL is just king right now. And it doesn't end. And there's, hot stove, there's free agents, there's, worrying about who's going to get this, where's Aaron Rodgers going to go. It's 24/7. It doesn't stop. And, the freaking Suns are 3-0 with Kevin Durant. You think people are talking about that? Or are they talking about where Aaron Rodgers is going to play? The NFL's king.
Yeah.
Actually, let me say that differently. People that are talking NBA, they're not talking about Kevin Durant being 3-0 with the Suns. They're not talking about Kyrie and Luka, scoring a lot of points but not winning just yet. They're talking about your boy Ja Morant right now. So that's not good.
Okay.
Not really a lot of positives.
It's between him and Steph Curry for the best shooter in the NBA.
I saw that. Yeah. When I think best shooters in the NBA, Ja Morant doesn't come to mind. But I get it. I mean, he's such a dynamic player.
No, John, no, John.
Oh,
they're talking about the gun.
Right.
Cut it out,
sorry.
man.
Yeah, I'm
Cut
old.
it out.
I just had a birthday. I just had a birthday on Friday. I'm getting older. Sorry. I'm
so sorry. Salute to the king.
It. Yeah, sorry, but I'm bummed.
Salute to the king. Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday.
Best shooter. I got you. My bad. Yeah. This kid's 23 years old, Dwayne, and it's not like it's funny because he grew up in the suburbs, right? They got pictures of him as a kid going to like prep schools and stuff. Had his dad
with the collar, with the button-down collar. Button-up collar.
Had his dad in his life. I know that's been a lot of discourse, especially in light of the Deion Sanders comments, and we talked about that last week. But his dad's very much in his life. Went to a nice home, nice school. Is this just a case of this guy just wanting to be something that he's not? Like, what's going on with this guy? They're talking about 50 games. I heard 50 games is being floated out there right now about a suspension.
What did he do?
Flash the gun online. I'm all set. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just go what you got to go and come home. I'm doing live with Dwayne right now. I'm all set. I'll take care of Uber later. Okay? I'm all set. Thank you for going out. Bye-bye. All right, sorry. Uber Eats screwed up my order. But they charged me, so I got to argue with them later.
Yeah.
But
that was a water gun. That wasn't even a real gun.
That was a water gun. 23 years old, prep school. What was going on? What's your opinion of all this?
I said that was a water gun. That wasn't even a real gun.
Doesn't matter. You can't. It's a water gun. It's not a real gun. Okay, but if you walk into a bank with a water gun that looks like that and tell a teller to give you all the money in the bag, she's not going to say, ha, 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 that's a water gun. It's still going to have the same effect, even if it was a water gun. I don't know if you're serious or not.
But Ja didn't brandish the gun like threateningly, like, come see me. I'm going to see you when I see you. He was smiling. Yeah. He swung it around.
Yeah.
50 games.
I think so. I think that's what I heard floating around. Well, this goes to another conversation that you and I had before about freedom, right? You work for the NBA. You are not an owner. You are a private contractor.
Right.
The NBA itself sells itself as a wholesome, family-oriented product, which sells itself to TV stations and families to come to the games, advertise for our games. This is wholesome. This is TV oriented. The NBA can't have you flashing guns and flashing gang signs on the court. Are doing things. I know he didn't flash gang signs, but like flashing guns and going against that narrative. You are not. You are a private contractor. You are free to brandish guns and buy guns and go on IG Live and flash that. But the NBA is also free to say, this is not what we want associated with our brand until we can disconnect from you. So I know that this is like down your alley where you like to argue freedom. You're not free. You got to do all the things, all these rules. But I think it's both sides exercising freedom, and you have to be strong enough to say, I can walk away from the NBA because I want to be free over, I want their paychecks. Does that kind of make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. This makes me think about, Ja just signed a deal with Nike.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they have rules of conduct.
I'm sure they do.
But Kyrie posts a link.
Yeah.
He posts a link. with things that may or may not be deemed anti-Semitic, and he loses everything. John Morant flashes a gun. I wonder what he loses from Nike. I think nothing.
Yeah, probably
And,
nothing.
And why is that though? Are they okay with people promoting the gangster lifestyle image? Is that okay? But it's
That's
just not
been
okay to.
Well, that's been okay, Dwayne.
Yeah. So is there something wrong?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with that? Yeah, it's a private company, but let's be real. Who has the power, the company or the consumer?
The consumer, I think the consumer to a point. If enough people say, I'm not going to consume this product, the company will kowtow because they see a loss of revenue.
Yeah, so when enough people, so let's break it down to the group now. The group that's being targeted would be young Black athletes, in most part. Young Black athletes.
Well, I guess I would say it by that theory, though. All young Black athletes are brandishing guns.
Mm-mm.
You can't lump all Black.
By that theory, no. By that theory, it's okay to show this image to the people that you're marketing to the most. Like that's okay.
No, it's not. If he's going to be suspended 50 games, they're showing that there's consequences.
Who's suspending him?
The NBA might.
Right. I'm talking about Nike.
Oh, I don't think Nike's going to do anything.
Right.
I think Kyrie.
Anything wrong? Is there anything wrong with that?
But the situation's a little different when Kyrie doubled down. That's what it was. Kyrie doubled and then tripled down. Ja.
Well, we're not acting like this is Ja's first offense, but
he's already put out a statement. He's already put out a statement apologizing.
For this.
Yeah. For this.
I said this is not Ja's first run-in with the law.
It's the first one I can remember.
What? Oh. Let's see here.
Get on them Twitter fingers. Because I probably missed it, but it's the first one that I remember. And he's already put out a statement apologizing.
Yeah, so what I would say, I'm definitely not anti John Morant. I love John Morant as a player. But he has had some run-ins with the law, and he hasn't been so apologetic. I mean, now he's probably learned his lesson and is thinking, all right, I've probably crossed the line a little bit too much now.
Yeah. Well, he's got the Colorado police after him. Skip Bayless thinks he's a Crip, being initiated by the Crips gang.
Right.
Yeah, I think the police in Colorado looking for him. You're not supposed to have guns in the club in Colorado.
Yeah.
So, just about, the guy's 23 years old, right? So he's put out a statement, pretty contrite. Right. 23 is so freaking young. I mean, my God.
Can you see this? What?
I see it clocking.
What is going on? Yeah. But I don't even see the story now. Hold on a second.
It's clocking. Oh, there we go. Now the story's not even there. You got to register to see the story.
The story's not even there.
Hold on a second. That's a paywall.
Yeah. They're funny. There's a way to get around that, but I'm not gonna.
Is there by not paying?
Post it on here. Oh, there's that. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it later. There's a way to get around paywalls like that, but yeah, can you see these headlines right here?
Accused of punching teen. Yeah. Oh, I did see that too. Yes. Now that's an accusation.
You remember that?
A serious one, huh?
Yeah. So this happened a while ago.
I saw the headline. I don't know if this is true or not. This still has yet to be determined if it's true or not.
Oh, it's true.
It's
true. This is stuff this is stuff that's happened. They were playing like pickup basketball in somebody's backyard. I think John's backyard or something. And they got into a fight, and then Ja Morant punched him, flashed the gun. Like, come on, Ja.
He's accused of
still got
punching
picked
a
up by Nike.
17-year-old during a basketball game. It took place last summer.
Last summer.
So why are we just now hearing about this now? The incident
We're not just now hearing about this. It probably just went over your head.
No, this story came out. This is on SI.com. This stuff is dated March 1st, 2023.
It's probably, I don't know why it's coming up, but I've been heard about this.
I'm looking at SI.com about something that happened last summer.
Yeah. I've been heard about this. So I don't know if SI is just reporting about it, but I've been known about this. But it's about 4 things. I'm trying to look and see if I could find the list of things. Let me see. Yeah, everything that I'm looking at now is probably to do with the current thing, but there's like 4 things.
Yeah, but the 17-year-old just popped up.
Yeah, but that story I've been known about that. That's what I'm telling you.
5 days ago. Let's see. Bleacher Report 7 days ago. He's punching a kid.
Bro.
Spiel Time 5 days ago. Daily Mail UK 5 days ago.
I've been heard about it. Do you not believe me, bro? You don't believe me?
No, I don't.
I've been heard about this.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. This is the 17-year-old guy is suing him.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't just hear about this. This been going on. So
why is it just now coming out?
So my point is, Nike knew about this stuff, and that's fine. Which, I'm not the person to say, "Oh, you did this. Let's not give this man an opportunity."
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep it a little bit even and say, if you're gonna do this, then you lose your deal. If you do that, you lose your deal. Not it's okay for you to brandish guns and to act like a gangster and get a deal, but then you post something on Twitter that's not agreeable to some, and you lose your deal. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't be a violent asshole. Like, you can't treat people that way, especially when you got a lot to lose.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I think too, it also brings me back to him being young.
Yep.
And making a mistake, just like when I choked that young boy in that classroom that day.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. You're not 23 when you did that. That was bad.
Bro,
You got off lucky on that. I'm surprised you talked about it. But the audience will not be denied, I guess.
No, bro, I was like 22. I was 22 or 23 when I did that.
Okay, I thought this was recent. You're talking about like 20.
It was not recent. Kat said it was recent. I'm not telling anybody about anything I did recently.
Okay, this was like 20 years ago. Okay.
This was a while ago. Statute of limitations is up, my guy.
Statute, that's right, yeah. That kid's an adult now. What if you come knocking on the door?
Oh, yeah, he'll be a giant. Right? Yeah, when I did that, he was like 11. Now he'll be like
knocking
30. He's like 30 something.
Come whoop your ass. Talking about I've been thinking about this for 20 years and just whoop your ass.
No, the funny thing is we became like close after that. So maybe that's Stockholm syndrome, but
maybe that's Stockholm syndrome for sure.
but yeah. I mean, hopefully it's not 50 games. I think Ja just needs some time away to learn from his mistake, grow a little bit. He'll come back, bring the Grizzlies to the NBA championship, and then everybody live happily ever after.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You think Kyrie's going to be in Dallas next year? They traded for him, but they didn't extend his contract.
They gave him a 1 or a 2 year.
He's on a expiring deal.
Oh.
Which is strange when you trade for somebody, you know, to make it worth your while because of all of the assets.
Yeah.
You give up, you extend the contract.
I mean,
but you know, the Mavericks 33-32, lost 1, 4-6 in the last 10. And man, I'm just looking at these scores. I mean, they gave up 116 points to the Spurs. They won that game.
But they're all close games, right?
But look at all the freaking. Now I get it's NBA. Nobody plays.
Can you put it up? Can you put it up or no? You don't have present on here?
I'm looking on my other computer, but let me see here. Let's see. NBA standings. We talk about the NBA a lot here, which is because we like the NBA.
Right.
Settings. Don't have the ability to share. It appears.
Got it. I just
off of my tablet here. But I was looking at the Mavericks. The last few games they played, they beat. So let's see, February. Let's see. I'm gonna go back too far. February 13th, Timberwolves 124, them 121, 124 points to the Timberwolves. This is the Mavericks I'm looking at. Nuggets 118 points. That's not bad. They gave up 116 to the Spurs. They scored 142. They won that game. They lost that heartbreaker the other day to the Lakers, 111-108. They gave up 124 points to the Pacers at home and lost on Tuesday the 28th. This is the Mavs again. Someone to the Pacers, dude. And then they lost. They beat the Sixers. That's crazy. So you beat the Sixers.
Yeah, because they're coming together, man. They're trying to figure out.
Lose to the Pacers, and then they just lost to the Suns. And they gave up 130 points. Obviously, Durant was, Durant.
Yeah.
Now, the Suns are an interesting position because look at them right now. They're in fourth place. But they're, 2 games out from the Kings, 3 games out from the Grizzlies. If Josh is suspended for the rest of the year, they're coming down. You could see the Suns, have the ability to sort of definitely improve their position. Right now, if they're at 4, they play Golden State there in the 4-5 matchup. So they've already played 65 games. They got about 17 left. This is the Suns I'm talking about. So about 17 games left. They play the Warriors. They play the Kings. So they're playing a lot of the teams. They got to play Giannis and the Bucks on the 14th. That's gonna be the game.
I didn't realize the gap that the Nuggets had. That's kind of crazy.
Well, because the God Joker has been having an MVP year, but it's gonna be weird to win because can you give this guy 3 MVPs in a row?
Yeah. Of course you can.
I don't know. It's a regular season award.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean much.
You got to get to the freaking finals. I'd love to see them get to the finals. As good as this guy's been playing, he's got to get to the finals. But now, with freaking Kevin Durant and Phoenix, that's going to be hard. Don't believe in the Knicks. Nobody should believe in the Knicks. The Knicks won 9 in a row. They're hot. I have no faith in the Knicks.
Don't believe in the Knicks.
No, they're fake.
Whoa.
They're fake.
Brunson is fake.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Randall.
So Tibbs is their coach, right? The last time Thibodeau won anything. With Thibodeau, what you'll get is a coach who grinds his team into the ground in the regular season and treats. Right. And listen, this is what I hate about the NBA, but also but it's the reality. Whereas, and I say I hate it, you hate the management as far as load management, players not playing.
Right.
But you have to maybe find some way to do it if you're going to post it because the other teams are doing it. Tibbs will run his teams into the ground, grinding all regular season.
Right.
And then in the postseason, they're just going to run out of gas because Tibbs just ran them into the ground, squeezing every little bit of he can of effort and juice out of them they can in the regular season. They get to the first, second round, they're going to be gassed. They're not going to have anything. They're going to be able to make, adjustments. So I don't believe in the Knicks. This is a nice run for the city. Remember that year they had Lynch Sanity? you know, but I believe in the Bucks. I believe in the Bucks. I believe in Giannis. I think Sixers are sitting there. Can Embiid's great, but can they beat Giannis? I mean,
You mean can they beat?
Can they beat the Bucks? Can they beat Giannis? Talk about the Sixers.
Nah, I'm thinking the Celtics this year, man. I'm thinking it's the Celtics year. I'm thinking that Tatum has a chip on his shoulder.
Okay.
And they're really looking good, man. I know the Bucks are really hot.
So if the things shake out now, the Celtics would have to play the Heat in the first round.
Right.
And then they would be locked in the 2-3 spot where they'd be playing the Sixers. Now, the Sixers, of course, did beat the Bucks the other day, Saturday, in Milwaukee. But, the Bucks are just,
yeah,
they're freaking good. Giannis is just freaking good.
Yeah.
The Hawks freaking floundering. They did something very unique. They actually fired and then hired a coach. They hired their full-time coach, Quinn Snyder, in season. So they hired him in season. I don't.
Instead of doing like an interim until the end to see how he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a full-time coach get his job and be called the coach in the year?
No. Usually they give him, till the end of the year, see how it pans out.
Yeah, they let you finish it, but they really wanted Quinn Snyder. And did I see that Joe Mazzulla was given the full-time gig, or is he still the temp coach of the Celtics?
Oh, I don't know.
Joe Mazzulla, 34 years old.
34.
Damn. Young guy.
Super young. What were you doing at 34, John? What were you doing at 34?
Let's think. Let me think. At 34.
Were you done with the clubs at 34?
Oh, I was done with the clubs.
At 34?
I'm trying to think. Shit. Yeah, I had a baby.
Oh, okay.
So I had Micah was a baby.
Yep.
And I had a 2-year-old.
Mm.
I've been done with the clubs. I go more lounges now, where all the old heads go. So I go places where I can smoke a cigar and have high-end liquor and just sit and listen to music and chill, but not everybody's dancing. It's not all packed and hot.
Yeah.
Where, if you step on somebody's shoes, you got to fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't go to those places. I go to the old man places where I can go in with a nice jacket, buy 14-year whiskey.
Okay.
And then eat chicken wings, something.
Yeah.
And just bring the wife and just kind of lamp. It's more like lamping, like chilling now.
Yeah, I like that vibe.
It's like in a packed club, grinding and sweating. I haven't been in one of those in probably fucking 15. What is it? Shit, a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say 15 years, but that's been a long time.
Yeah. Remember that time when we went to this club with my brother, and then some dude was dancing with my brother's wife, and she was standing there uncomfortable. And this dude, he drunk and he dancing on her or whatever. So then we come, and then you probably don't remember this, but I had a bottle in my hand. But I'm always the peacemaker. It just looked bad because I had a bottle in my hand. But I was really trying to calm the situation down. But it didn't look like that because I had a Heineken bottle in my hand. So we're talking to the dude. It looked like we, pressing him. And then out of nowhere, this big dude comes. And because I happen to be the biggest person there, now the big dude has a Hennessy bottle. And it's the other dude and the big dude, trying to press me.
Yeah.
And then, so then they get kicked out. So then they telling me they're going to wait for me outside the club.
They're going to wait for you, yeah.
That was fun.
See you outside, boy.
That was fun.
You were scared, wasn't you?
I was shit in my pants. But of course, nobody would know that. I told them I can't wait to see y'all. I told him I can't wait to see you outside.
Yeah, right. You talking all that big shit.
I went out there. I was looking around. I'm like, bro, let's hurry up and get to this car. But they must have left by that point. So, yeah, but I mean, if it went down, it went down. But nobody's gonna know. Scared.
Nobody was gonna know you was scared.
Nobody wasn't gonna know I was scared.
You'd rather not.
If it would have went down, it would have went down. Look, imagine me in the club, like, please, I'm sorry. Like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that.
Right. Damn, do you remember the last time you was in a fight?
In a fight?
Like real fist flying. Like you got hit, you hit somebody.
You know, I'm such a good diplomat that I don't really get into fights, bro.
Right.
I think the closest one was with me and you.
Was that in the car or in the dorm?
That was probably the closest time.
Was that in the car?
Yeah. We was in the car and we was like, get out. So if we would have gotten out, we would have fought. God. But nobody wanted to leave the car. Nobody wanted to leave the car, so we just ended up driving wherever we was going, and then that was the end of that.
I don't know where it's going either. So wait, you almost fought me. You almost fought Rob. Who else did you almost fight?
You, Rob. That's it. No, Damani.
Who hasn't got into a fight with Damani?
No, I think you got into the fight with everybody, first of all. I think you are the only one that has systematically almost gotten into a fight with everybody.
Yeah, but almost.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, almost. Ain't no real fight.
I've never fought anybody.
Ain't no real fight gonna happen. Ain't no fist flying.
Yeah, ain't no fist flying, but well, something was about to go down with you. It was outside. Remember we was playing basketball at the middle school? Kramer.
Okay.
Oh man, you and Adrian. I forget though what it was about.
Man, Adrian used to always get into it.
Yeah, but it was this one time. I forget.
Nothing was gonna happen.
And then Adrian was gonna Adrian was gonna fight Alshalon, bro. Oh my god, bro. He said I'm gonna throw you over the fence. That joke was funny. You was gonna fight. Oh man, such good times.
Yo, it's funny. Like, I don't have a lot of vivid memories of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of vivid memories of high school. I hated high school, honestly. I don't have a lot of vivid memories of like my first job out of college. I got a lot of vivid memories of college.
Yeah, college. Yeah.
Like the first 3-4 years out of college, 22 years old to 25 working, don't really have a lot of vivid memories of that. But like those years in college, I got a lot of vivid memories.
Yeah, college was great. I remember my first day on the college campus.
Yeah.
I remember me and Alshalon was just like, as soon as we get there, we're going to unpack our stuff and then go play basketball. Like, that's all we wanted to do is go play basketball.
Yeah, we played a lot of basketball. We played basketball on a rubber court.
Oh, so bad for your knees.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why I'm suffering today.
Yeah. Yeah. They fixed that like what, 3 years, 4 years after it was almost time. We was almost out by that time.
I think we were we were almost out, and then they finally fixed it. But
yeah.
And we went back years ago. I think there was a concert we did. We am going back to. We were still kind of youngish. I think it was. I don't know who it was. Ludacris, I believe. I think it was Ludacris.
Maybe. I ain't see Ludacris, but I saw Rakim. I went back there to see Rakim.
Maybe that's what it was, Rakim.
Yeah.
Ludacris might have been too big for
no, actually, I was there for Rakim, and I went there for was it Lost Boys? No, Lost Boys was there when we was there.
Lost Boys was there when we were there.
Yeah.
That was a fun concert. They had actually Lost Boys on camp during the summer.
They got arrested.
They had 112 there. I had to go pick them up.
Wait, what?
I picked them up. I was in the car with them. Or in the van with them. We picked them up in a school bus, to be honest with you. And I was because I worked at the student center, I was part of that group, so I got to sit in the school bus with them.
Okay.
And It's funny because I went to meet them. I had a Band-Aid on mine. I still have the scar to this day. Playing basketball, of course, headbutted somebody. Or somebody headbutted me going for a rebound, and I had a really nasty gash. And you know how these, when you cut on your eyelid, they just blaze like crazy.
Split open, yeah.
They split open. Be like, so I still had the Band-Aid on from that. I remember they got Slam asking about my eye. I said, yeah, playing ball, bullshitting. But I always remember this too. God, we're freaking old. But like, this is 97, 96.
Damn.
And Group Theory is out. Remember there was
Group Theory,
Melrose and the brother Bryce was like the DJ or like the producer.
Yep.
And they were, it's like they were like, as a group together, I can hear them. And I'm sure I'm not like, there's a lot of statute of limitations on this, telling, as I hear them tell secondhand stories. But they was like laughing and joking about how Bryce was telling them how Bryce was smashing Tony Braxton.
Oh, really?
And they were just talking about it like it was just like regular everyday people. And I'm like, wait, Tony Braxton, the biggest singer in the world? And they're just like joking about it. Yeah, Bryce telling me that he smashing Tony Braxton and he doing it with Tony Braxton. I'm like, wow. It was just kind of the industry, I guess. It was just weird.
Hey.
I'm just like, no, don't say that. No, not Tony. Don't unbreak my heart. No.
It's not my Tony, no.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you know what? We haven't gotten to the subject at hand. I know we've been reminiscing, talking.
Yeah.
But bro, 7 baby mamas, bro.
So I was chatting with that earlier. You gotta hear his logic too. Did you hear?
Yeah, no. So I turned on. It was on Instagram, right?
It's all over.
It's all over.
Find it on Twitter. You could Google this guy, his little rant.
Yeah. We're definitely playing that before we talk, and then we'll.
You gotta play the rant, and then we can unpack it on the back end.
Yeah.
It's about 2 minutes. Yeah.
But it says 4 minutes right here. Is this?
No, there's like a 2-minute one.
That's probably
maybe
a reaction.
That's it.
It might be a reaction one.
That might be a reaction. There, black women have no standards.
Oh, that one?
That's not it.
I see that one. Let me click that one.
Yeah.
That's a minute. Oh, no, that's not it. That's an hour-long video.
It's about a 2-minute video.
Yeah, so that's not it.
You go to Twitter, you should be able to find it. I know you might not even have to sign in. You just go Twitter and then go on to search 7 baby mamas. It'll pop up. Or it's a TikTok. If you have TikTok, I don't have TikTok. I'm an old man.
Not on my computer, but let me click this 4-minute one. All right, bang. Let's share. Bang. 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 How you see?
Yeah.
Did I have a problem with this volume? Tell me if you hear it good.
I'll tell you.
Baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you're trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids.
Oh, I don't have an opinion about this. Because when I told women to stop having babies by these men, everyone was calling me bitter, hurt. Men was coming down on me hard as hell, saying the reason why I
Fast forward her. We'll get back to her later. Go back to the dude.
Lonely and old, and I hit the wall and shit like that.
Is she gonna talk the whole time? Yeah, I think she's talking. Salute to you. We wanted to. Yeah, that's her commentary. She didn't play the rest
with
of it.
her.
But he's yeah. You're muted. You're muted. I can see it muted. You're muted. Muted. Mute. Like a deaf mute.
All right, you can hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, I was saying I got to do this dumb shit where I got to plug out the mic to hear what's going on my computer.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But yeah. So 7 kids, bro.
Well,
7 baby mamas.
Think about what he said. Though.
Disclaimer given. That's what I'm saying. Disclaimer given.
That's the 7 that decided to keep the baby. He's slinging.
Right, but he gave the disclaimer to everybody.
Like he gave, yeah. And so, but he had other women that actually took the plan B and took the abortion. So who the hell are these? How many women is he knocking up?
He's living his best life out here.
He's living his best STD life.
Oh,
herpes stay with you forever.
It's like luggage.
It's not the type of luggage you want.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, he gave him a disclaimer. Like who's accountable at this point, or rather, who's more accountable?
I don't know that, but see, that's the thing. You have to believe that when he's courting women, sleeping with women, that he's sounding like that the whole time. You have to believe that, and I don't know that I necessarily believe that. There has to be. To be such a psychopath, to go online and put yourself out there and say this and be such a narcissistic psychopath,
right,
tells me that maybe you're not keeping it as real as maybe you portraying. You are a psychopath, right? To say that you are having all these children with these women and I get plan B and I want nothing to do, like the call of DNA, that doesn't even like appeal to you. Like you could hate the woman. Absolutely hate her. That would be your right. You could hate being with, but like the call of your blood to not want to be around, like that doesn't even appeal to you. Like people say what you want about like Nick Cannon. Like he's in all his kids' life. He wants these children. He's in their lives. He loves them. He's giving them his name. He's naming them. Like he's providing for them. You are such a psychopath. He probably wants
these kids, bro. He's said before that he wants to spread his seed across the land.
That's right. That's the
difference.
But this fucking guy is like, well, I told them I'm just gonna have sex with them, but these jump offs, and I don't want them to do it. Like I don't know that he was as blind. I can't believe, or I find it hard to believe, unless you see the quality of woman that he's dealing with, and maybe they just got a lot of people that got very low self-esteem, and maybe that just think that that's the best that they can deserve, and that would be a whole nother conversation, but. This guy's saying these jump offs and he's giving plan B and he's, having unprotected sex.
Something inside me tells me that this is exactly what he was doing, man. He was letting them know that, look, I don't want no kids. And they said, I'm still going to keep the kids. Something inside me is telling me that. I've seen women.
So you feel like he's justified in saying that? What he's saying?
I'm saying that. I'm not gonna say that he's not accountable. You got to be accountable because you're part of this. But a lot of people will like put all of the blame on him, and we can't do that. Especially when he told y'all, "I don't want no kids. I'll pay for the abortion." It's not like he's like, wash my hands with it. Yeah, I shot my load inside of you. Take care of it. He said, I'll take care of that financially. So you don't have to worry about that. They're like, nah, I'll just keep the kid. And then I'll come back around for that child support.
I think that if you believe that, I guess where I see it differently is this guy is such a narcissist and such a oddball that I can't believe that he kept it real in any way. I think he talked shit. He said whatever. I think he said whatever he needed to say.
Right.
To get some, and then changed up after.
What do you mean changed up? What changed?
I think he probably was like, that ain't mine, or we ain't have to. Like, I bet it just comes off like such a narcissist.
Oh, so you think he rather said like, that's not mine rather than I'll pay for the abortion?
I think he probably did have to pay for the abortion.
Yeah.
But I wonder what sort of like pretenses he was putting out there when he was courting people, sleeping with people. Was he this blunt? You just to jump off. I'm having sex with 10 other people, and it is what it is. Was he that blunt guy going in, or was there some level of like duplicity?
Well, John, let's think about this. Let's think about this here.
Yeah.
Let's put ourselves back 25 years. Let's put ourselves going to the club every Thursday, every Friday.
Yeah. Saturday and Sunday.
You're telling me
Saturday and Sunday.
Right. So you're telling me that we couldn't have did a similar thing to a similar level of woman every weekend that we went out, to the point where if we weren't smart, we could have had 7 baby mamas?
No, I don't have no 7 baby mamas.
Come on, bro. Listen. You're telling me, John, if we weren't smart back in the day, we couldn't have had 7 baby mamas.
We were smart.
You're telling me like all of these women were like the most stand-up women that were in the clubs? Like, what are you saying to me? Why couldn't it be 7 baby mamas, if not
because
more?
there's 7 condoms to wear.
If we weren't smart. That's what I said.
I can't put myself in the shoes of a dumbass. I can't relate.
Because I can't relate. I can't
do it. Nah, baby. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I mean,
yeah.
God, it's just you gotta. He goes and he made a comment. He said, he didn't play it, but it was very profound, and it's like something you talk about, not profound in a way, but like see women, like he goes, so he comes out of his mouth and says, some of y'all women need to be more selective of who y'all give y'all body to, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find the longer version. But
as a father of a daughter, like, yes.
Exactly.
True.
All right, exactly. So listen.
He basically saying it.
But a lot of women are looking for love in all the wrong places.
I think they're looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah.
Yeah. No dad. I mean, it could be a bunch of reasons. I'm thinking no father in the home. That could be a reason.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be. I'm just throwing something out there,
Could be. I think, I think that's some of it. Some of the chicks that you probably messed with back in the day, a lot of them had daddy issues, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of them just choose, though, to take what they feel like is their power, right? Like, now, of course, Brittany Renner come out and say that she kind of regrets some of the thoughty actions that she had back in the day. I think there's a balance to it.
Yeah.
Can't be out there.
All right, let's check this one out. Let's see
if it's a 2-minute one.
Kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for it. Majority of times, they'll either take or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for the children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you're trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And don't when nobody think about it, you're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. I can't pull out because I'm not the one that's gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months.
Selfishness.
It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a f. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to or pay for a boy. At what point can I force a woman to go get a? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a.
He don't give a.
I really don't.
Oh, shit.
So, he don't. Yeah, he's. That's narcissism. That's selfishness. It's misogyny at the highest order. Yeah. You're muted. You're muted. Mute. There you go.
So yeah, I said, yeah, he's wrong for what he did, but he spoke a lot of truth. You can't deny it.
There was a couple things he said there that are fucking case studies that you were showing in check. One, yes, be fucking careful who you share your body with. Yeah. Because some of these guys will sleep with you and have no fucking don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
He could care less.
Be more selective.
I mean, you gotta be selective. Yeah.
Be more selective.
Body count. I mean, this guy clearly. Listen, I had some sex. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna be on a complete hot horse. Like, I had some sex back in the day, right? Okay, I had some sex.
Right.
But I don't think I've ever been to that. Like, I did, cared about a person who like was in a sort of like quasi relationship. With what I told back in the day, back in my younger days. I mean, to get 7 off, and then so he got 7 that were pregnant. The others took the pill, like I said earlier.
Yeah, the others took the pill. So he's got others that he is just in like raw. Like, that's just so it's always reckless. He's selfish, not only for himself, but for others that he's also putting in danger. Right.
He's narcissistic. Now, there was some truths there right from the narcissist's mouth that you can use as a cautionary tale to young ladies. Like, yes, don't give your body up to just anybody, especially when you got people like this that are out there who really can only care about himself. These women made the choice, and yes, I could have pulled out, but I'm not the one that's going to have to carry the baby, so I don't give a fuck. Like, that's pure narcissism.
I wonder. There are some guys out there.
Yes.
I would say not bad people, but, once a girl shows her value to you and you realize, like, yeah, this is not a person that I want to build a relationship with. At that point, you see her for what she's worth. And she's used for what she's worth.
You got to unpack that further. I don't understand where you're going.
Like, she's just good for sex, basically.
Okay.
And I don't think you have to be a bad person or a narcissist to see the level of person that you're dealing with and say, okay, this is not the type of person I want to build a life with. But
yeah,
about to have a fun night right now.
I think everybody's like, everybody's kind of. I think women do that too. I think they'll have fun with that, but like
we've done that multiple times.
What?
Like, we've done that multiple times, bro.
Yeah, I think women do that. I think everybody does that. But I think, like, if you have that mindset, you can't be so reckless, though, and not, like, use protection or be thoughtful about, all those things. So, it's a reckless disregard for yourself and others to have such a cavalier attitude towards protection, cavalier attitude towards sex, and the age of, I mean, not even STDs, but freaking COVID. I mean, people die from COVID still. I mean, COVID's still out there. I mean, you know, I mean, COVID.
Yeah, I guess so, John. Yeah.
I mean, you can't forget about STDs because they still out there. I think we've had a lot of COVID talk, but like, herpes is still out there.
Yeah.
Syphilis, all that stuff. You can't get rid of it. So, and then the guy says, cherry on top. Y'all might gotta put this on black men. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and I think to a point, like, should he be the standard bearer and be held accountable for not just his own actions, but the group? He shouldn't be, but sometimes that's just how it kind of goes, I guess. Like,
well,
I don't believe he's a standard bearer for black men. I don't know why. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but I just think he's a standard bearer for himself.
When you have a conversation, and I'll let you go after this, would you have a conversation with your daughter? Maybe not now, but maybe a little bit into the future, that you have to watch out for men like this? Or do you just have a conversation with her and say, be selective with, not be selective who you sleep with, be selective who, well, matter of fact, I know what I would say. And I wouldn't say that. What would you say? What's the type of conversation you would have? Would it have in it? Watch out for men like this.
I think for me, Dwayne, that's a really good question. For me, the conversation has begun since the day she was born.
Oh, damn.
Like, I don't know, not in words, but like in the love and the affirmation that she gets from her father. She's not out here looking for male affirmation.
Right.
Now she likes boys, that's fine. But like, and we have conversations about choices and just making sure that you're making choices that you want to, not being coerced or forced or feel like you need to fill holes or things like that. Because for me, and my wife talked about this a lot too. When I was growing up, and God bless my mom's soul, like, she was a great mother. Don't get me wrong. She single black mom, raised 4 kids. Went to college later in life, was a big inspiration for me in my life. Sacrificed a lot. Right. But no one's perfect. And I think as a kid growing up, when I was like 16, 17, I always want to go talk to her about things that I didn't have a father, and it was a lot to ask as a man coming up to kind of ask her some of these things. She would hit me a lot with the fire and brimstone, the Bible stuff. She would hit me with a lot of that stuff, so much so that it just shut down the conversation. And you just knew that you couldn't go talk to her about stuff like that because I kind of knew what I was going to get. I was going to get not judgment per se, but like Bible verses, condemnation, and that stuff's all good. Like, I have Bible verses and stuff like that as well. But sometimes you have to be selective in when it's Bible verse time or when it's just like listening time. Right.
Wait, it's not always the right time to quote the Bible?
To bring the Bible verses?
Yeah.
Not really. I'm learning that. I mean,
okay.
My wife and I will say are pretty big on just like, we want to make sure that we keep the communication open. And I'm going to answer your question. I'm going along about way, but we try to keep the lines of communication open so that we're not always coming with the judgment and the condemnation, because you always want them to come back and continue having a conversation. Now, when it's time, do I need to direct or change course? If it's something that's dangerous or it's going to, put them in harm's way, I'm going to, definitely do that. So going back to your other question about how do you tell about guys like this, and we talk about, guys like this and stuff like that all the time, but you also have to understand that children are going to maybe do things against what their parents tell them. So you have to be careful about that. You have to instill with them morals and expectations of what they should expect. And so then you would hope that maybe the lessons of life that you've instilled with them will go a long way, and maybe in how they choose. Right. I'm also, so I think I've had conversation about like the type of guys to watch out for, the cast against big game. Obviously, she gets older, I'll be able to unpack more, but you hope that you also instill a sort of like foundation where they can maybe see some of the shit for their own as well. And if there's there's women, listen, this guy this guy here, probably talk a good game. He's able, like, there's some chicks that probably just don't care. Like, think about the Robin Givens type from Boomerang or something like that, where they know exactly what they're doing and they choose to do it, and they do it strictly for their own pleasure and they want to do that. Like, and if you have agency, that you can do that. Just make sure you're doing it for your reasons and not because you're getting gamed or you think that something is not what, or something that maybe you're tricking your mind into thinking maybe it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I would add on to that and bring up a story about my daughter who just told me that she likes somebody.
Okay.
And that blew my mind because I'm just over here thinking, yeah, you're 16, 17, all you like is video games and you're not interested in that. You just want to hang out with your girlfriends and buy stuff from Shein and Fashion Nova. That's all you're worried about. So she hit me with that, and it just caught me off guard. But then it also let me know that it's time to have a conversation with her and let her know that every person from this day forward that you give your energy to has to be vetted. You're not going to go after somebody just because they say you're cute and they say you're pretty. No, you're going to test every person because every person is going to add something to your life that you're going to build. You're going to build a list of things that you want and don't want in a partner. And you're not just going to start off picking a bunch of knuckleheads. Get in the habit now of vetting who you're spending your energy with.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that was my mistake. I never thought about how important this was.
Yeah.
So I just want her to get into the habit of that. And yes, you're going to get your heart broken because that's a part of life. But just, keep that mindset and keep that habit instilled. And I feel like it'll work to your benefit. You'll be a better person. You'll pick a better partner. And you'll be happier in the long run, That's that caught me off guard, man. Caught me off guard, but it is what it is.
It's a circle of life, my brother.
Yeah, man.
In the next 5 to 10, 15 years, you'll be...
I don't know what you about to say, but right. Let's leave it at that.
It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful part of life. It's gonna be down the line after, I think about it, like, obviously there's gonna be a degree and there's gonna be, have your own stuff set up. But if that time when I get the opportunity to walk, like, that's just another part of the beauty of life, the beauty of raising kids.
Yeah.
And if she chooses not to go on that right, that's fine too.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll take it slow, take it step by step, day by day.
There you go.
That's it. But bro, it's been special. It's been love.
Yeah.
Sorry that my computer died and that you had to hold it down for like 5 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was very boring. I was very boring. Tried my best. I'm very dry. I need to play off Dwayne. I failed in my opportunity to be a single podcaster, but thanks for staying with us if you did. We are a Chess Moves podcast. We really appreciate listening to us as we talk about all things NBA, baby mamas, raising daughters, all that fun stuff. Give us a like on Instagram, comment, share. Really appreciate that. Give us a like on YouTube. Really appreciate that as well. Dwayne, give your family my love.
Definitely. Oh, Chris Rock talked about Will Smith. We'll talk about that later, but
I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't watch it yet either. So let's watch it and then we can unpack that next week.
We're gonna be late, but we can watch it. And we'll talk
Super
about
late,
it.
but hey, all good.
I mean, I saw that a lot of people were pretty salty about him going after Jada. We can talk about that too.
Did he? I saw that he did, but I didn't see exactly what he said. Did you see the clip?
Basically talked about,
no, not
her
again.
Entanglements and stuff like that.
Wow, no holds barred.
If you put it out there, I think things happen in people's marriage. This is kind of like how, as and I've been married so long, like we just like our marriage is ours.
Yeah.
But But like, if you go to the red table and you put your marriage out there for public consumption, then you have to take the bad that also comes with the good, right? So, all right, listen to that, Chris Rock. We'll talk about it.
Definitely, man.
Peace out, peeps.
Peace.
Later.
All right.